Cause we a drug to affliction and that shit feeding us. I heard the voice of the Lord through the sets of Corey, so I had to get sanctioned to it. Hopeful 144, we do the work of the Lord, cause we know we was made to do it. Ain't no faking through it. This the greatest movement. Don't wait too late to move in. You might not make the coolest. You just might make the nucleus. We're trying to play it foolish. You must make hate to do this, or be laid waste like Judas. The Lord ain't nothing to play with, and you niggas play too much. Can't book a flight on them chariots, cause you don't make enough. We ain't seeking love of the world, so keep on hating us. We hate this wicked world anyway, cause it ain't made for us. Beliefs in this world worse than being strung on angel dust. I'm trying to be as the angels while you remain in us. You dumb as hell if you think I gon' let them keep enslaving us. Now tables about to turn and he got
Again, it's that simple. Go
ahead. This is John 4:9, the Samaritan woman. Then saith the woman of Samaria unto Jesus, how is it that thou, being a Jew, askest drink of me, which am a woman of Samaria?
So now, the woman of Samaria, who was she? You would say she's a Gentile, right? Go ahead.
For the Jews have no dealings with the Samaritans.
Because they separate themselves. The Jews separate themselves from the rest of the children of Israel. Right. Give me that. Go ahead.
11. The woman.
He said he's calling her not a Jew.
That's fine.
That's fine.
He called her a Samaritan.
Right. That is true. She said she's a Samaritan woman, and she said Jews have no dealing with us.
Right.
Now we about to see.
So is she a Gentile?
We about to see. Go ahead.
The woman saith unto him, Sir, thou hast nothing to draw with, and the well is deep. From whence then hast thou that living water? Art thou greater than our father Jacob?
So this woman is saying Jacob is her father, which indicate that she is an Israelite that's calling herself a Samaritan woman. Right. She's not referring to herself as a Jew or an Israelite. She's referring to herself as a Samaritan woman.
And earlier you said you got to follow the lineage to see who's an Israelite, right? You said just like it said in Matthew,
of the
right?
Flesh.
Right, exactly.
Of
so
the flesh.
This woman who says she's a Samaritan, who you say is a Gentile, said our
no, I
father.
said, is she a Gentile?
Would you claim she's a Gentile?
According to them, I think so. If I remember history correctly, I think some of the Jews had spread out and basically slept with some of the Gentiles. So
all right, let's entertain that. Samaritans, are they Jews?
Are Samaritans Jews?
Yeah.
There were some Jews in Samaria.
Are they Jews?
Are all of them?
Are Samaritans
Probably
Jews?
not
Like
all
if I said are Greeks Jews, what are you gonna say? No.
Probably not all.
That's what you would say, right?
Probably not all.
You said they have to. You said they have to follow the lineage, and that lineage that she just followed, she said, our father Jacob left this well and drunk out of that well, indicating who's Jacob. His name was changed to Israel.
Her forefathers were
she's an Israelite. But listen, she's an Israelite, and she showed the distinction between the Jews, only the southern kingdom, and the quote-unquote Gentiles, the nation, ethnos, who she would be referred to as. Showing you that just because you're called a Gentile doesn't mean that you're a non-Jew.
Exactly.
Because that word doesn't mean non-Jew. It just means a nation.
And she called herself a Gentile.
And she called herself, she said, I'm a Samaritan, I'm not a Jew. But she knows that she's an Israelite because not all the Israelites were called Jews. Right. That's what you have to understand. You're trying to superimpose that term non-Jew into Gentile in every single place in the Bible, but that's not true.
What you're having to do is you're having to change the word Gentile. You're having to change the word Gentile from all nations.
I'm about to run. Can you just address what I just said, please?
I am. I'm doing it right now.
No, address what I just said about the woman. That she said she's an Israelite.
A Samaritan woman and a Jew at the same time.
So it's an account of Jesus with one woman, with a Samaritan woman. Yeah.
A Samaritan woman who is an Israelite.
Who is, well, she talks about her lineage being of Jacob.
And she's an Israelite. That means she's an Israelite, right?
I can't say for sure.
What is the suffix "ite"?
What's what?
The suffix "ite"? What does that mean? It doesn't mean descendant of.
Right.
And Jacob's name was changed to Israel.
That's right.
So what would she be if she's a descendant of Jacob? An Israelite. Would she not be?
I don't know.
Why are you trying to run around it? It's a simple question. It's like, yeah, you are deflecting. It's like,
I can't say if she's a Samaritan, if she's truly, if her mother was not.
If she just said that her forefathers is Jacob, that means she. If I said my grandfather is Jamaican or something.
What's her mom though?
That's not the point.
In the Old Testament, that God forbid the Jews from basically marrying with other.
No, that's not true. That's not true. That's not true. That's not true. And she just said her.
He said, "Go
Sir,
in and
what's your name?
kill all the inhabitants."
What's your name? Nick. He said to kill them. He didn't say don't have sex with them.
Don't marry them.
He didn't. He only said that to certain people. That's Deuteronomy 7:3.
That's right.
The Canaanites, not everybody.
So he said it to certain people.
To certain people, the Canaanites, not the Samaritans. Yeah, but you just tried to say it to everybody. Let's
Let's
go back to 1 Corinthians 12 though, because earlier you said that 1 Corinthians 12 that those are Gentiles, right?
Listen, every verse I bring up that says Gentile, where God is talking about all nations, even as it said in Romans chapter 10.
Yeah, I know he's trying to say
It
that.
said, all nations shall be blessed in him, right? All nations, all people, that whoever calls on the
Get
name of the Lord
Genesis 12.
shall be saved, okay? Every verse that proves what you guys are saying is wrong, that it's only
Get Hebrews 9
these-
and 13.
these people right
CEV,
here, right?
CEV.
So
I got two
all
precepts
you're
for
gonna do
Hebrews
is you're
9,
just gonna
13,
keep talking
CEV.
away what Gentile really means.
I'm not.
about
I
it,
mean,
it
I'm
being
not.
all nations.
I'm not running
You-
away.
well,
You
well,
literally,
one of you-
I literally asked you
one of you just
multiple
read it.
questions to address, and you just keep going back to another verse.
Well, it's because it's the whole concept of your
The concept.
running away
Okay,
from
let
what
me ask you.
true
Let me ask you.
Gentile
How about this? Let me ask you a
means,
simple
and
question.
how the gospel's open
Let me
up
ask
to
you a simple
everyone.
question. Where did Jesus Christ say that he came to die for every nation on earth?
Oh,
Well, it just said whoever
I
calls
just
on
asked
the
you a
name of the
question.
Lord
Hold
shall
on,
be saved.
because you believe in Jesus Christ, right? You believe in
I
Jesus
believe in
Christ,
Jesus
right?
Christ,
So can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go.
Can you show me where Jesus Christ himself said anything about dying for everybody?
God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son,
Uh-huh.
that whoever would believe in him will not perish but have everlasting life.
Uh-huh.
Whoever would believe in him will not perish but have everlasting life. God so loved the entire world that Jesus died for.
And who was he talking to
Who was he talking to?
in John 3?
Who was he talking about?
Who was he talking to?
God so loved the world.
Uh-huh.
The world.
Who was he talking
The
to?
world.
All right, so you don't even know the context of the verse.
That's
He's
crazy.
talking
That's
to
crazy.
Nicodemus, a Jew.
Yeah.
Let's read verse 14.
you don't know the Bible.
You don't know the Bible.
Yeah, he was 9.
This
You know, he
is
was
Saint.
9.
This is Saint John.
Oh, for real? Yeah, we can get it. Read it right now. That's fine.
This is Hebrews 1.
And it's another misconception too. You're trying to say that just because it says the word world, that it's everybody in the world.
Right.
Let me ask you.
All
Yeah,
nations.
that's your.
What,
no, that's
what about the other one?
that's
that said
your
all nations?
understanding. Let's
All
just read. Let's read the Bible.
Matches perfectly with the
Let's-
world.
let's
This is
read the Bible.
Hebrews 1 and 2.
Bring it out.
Hath in these
Get Acts 2
last
and 5.
days spoken unto
Okay, we'll get
us
that
by
first.
his Son,
Uh-huh.
whom he hath appointed heir of all things, by whom also he made the world.
The what?
The world.
The what?
The world.
Plural. There's multiple worlds.
That's right.
Fashion world, sports world. There's different worlds, different groups of people. We literally just read it. There's multiple worlds.
Or like this
So
one
which
right here.
world was Christ talking
All
about? Because
nations.
when you read John,
He's talking about all
9,
nations,
10,
just like it
the
said
7,
in
or 9 or
Romans
something?
chapter 10.
Where he said, "I pray not for the world."
That's
Oh,
what
yeah,
he's talking
get it.
about, bro.
I got it.
This is Luke 1 and
Acts 2 real
2.
quick.
And it says, and it came to pass in those days that went out a decree from Caesar Augustus
Uh-huh.
that all the world,
That what?
singular, that all the world
Uh-huh.
should be taxed.
Did Caesar Augustus tax the entire world?
Damn. Damn.
I'm asking you
All
a question.
nations, bro.
I'm asking you a question, bro.
Romans chapter 10.
Bro,
All
Nick,
nations.
Nick, I'm asking you a question. Nick,
He-
Nick,
what-
I'm trying
who
to,
did he tax?
Nick, we're
I was
trying to
answer.
address
Who did he
Roman.
tax? You're asking me who
Yeah,
did he
yeah.
tax?
I asked if he taxed the whole world.
Well, it would probably be just the people under his authority.
Okay, exactly.
Right.
So
Also, the world
that's
is not-
the world that doesn't implicate everybody on earth. It's talking about a certain group of people,
Right.
a certain demographic of
So-
people.
so-
And hold on, and in John 3, that certain demographic of people is the Israelites. Because get John 19 and 7 real quick, right? So print out for them and get Acts 1:5.
This is Acts chapter 2 and verse 5.
Right?
And there were dwelling at Jerusalem
Uh-huh.
Jews,
Uh-huh.
devout men,
Uh-huh.
out of every nation.
Out of what?
Out of every nation.
Out of what?
Out of every nation.
There were Jews out of every single nation. If I was born in China, I would say that I'm Chinese. I'm still black, even
Right,
if I'm born in
right.
China. Just
Right.
because the Jews were born in every single nation, they will be assimilating to those nations, their cultures, and addressing themselves as the people of that land.
Right.
This is why they had to go to all the nations, because the Jews were in all the nations.
That's right.
Get John 19 real quick.
John 17.
Yeah.
John 17 and 9.
out.
I pray for them.
It's this is Christ's words.
Listen.
Right? Nick, this is the respect that he was talking about. When you talk, we listen, and when I'm talking, you're on your phone.
Yeah, I'm looking up some.
Yeah, but what you looking up?
Anyway.
Scripture? All right. Listen, Nick, listen real quick. Because you should. Do you study your Bible?
Yeah.
So why you got to look it up? Why you taking so long?
Word.
You talk to your pastor like this when he's talking to you? You look down?
I don't have everything memorized in the Bible, bro.
Okay. Just listen real quick. Read.
This is John 17:9.
Uh-huh.
I pray for them. I pray not for the world.
What Christ said?
I pray not for the world.
Nick, what did Christ just say?
Keep
What did Christ just say?
Keep going. I pray for them, not for the world.
Okay, what does that mean?
Keep going.
I'm just asking you, what does that mean?
He's praying for his disciples,
And not for what?
not for the entire world.
And so if Christ,
What's
why
he
would
praying?
hold on, let me ask you a question. Why would Christ ask you a question?
Go ahead.
Why would Christ die for the world if he's not praying for the entire world?
That's a good question.
This is a question, quick question, if you know.
Keep
I'm
going
just
with
asking you a
the verse.
question.
Because he's praying a specific prayer for his disciples.
And what's the specific prayer?
Keep going, you'll find out.
Okay, let's keep going.
Let's see.
Let's keep going.
John 10. John 17:10.
They also say, love not the world.
Right.
That's another one.
Yeah. Bible says
And
love
don't
not the
mind
world.
the lying.
Evil, wicked,
Listen, the
evil,
point-
wicked
I
people,
thought God
evil,
loved the
wicked
world,
stuff, right?
I thought God loved the world.
Evil, wicked, the ways of the world.
And all mine are thine,
He
and
who
thine
spreads
are
the
mine.
words.
Uh-huh.
And I am glorified in them. And now I am no more in the world, but these are in the world. And I come to thee, Holy Father, keep through thine own name, those whom thou hast given me,
Uh-huh.
that they may be one as we are.
Okay, who did God give to Christ?
Everyone who would believe.
I
You
thought
said
that was the disciples.
everyone. I thought you said it was the disciples.
Wow.
Because this is still John 19. You said keep reading. So
Same verse.
So why
Is
are
it-
you
is
why
that
are you
not the same
moving it?
thing?
Why you? No, it's not the same thing.
Everyone who believes is not a disciple of Jesus Christ.
So then, who's the world?
Who is the world? People
Yeah.
who don't believe.
So Christ didn't die for the world.
No. God.
Okay, thank you. No. Hebrews 9. No, stop. Hebrews 9. Look. You listen, Nick. Come on, stop.
You can twist things
Stop.
around, bro.
I'm not. It's nothing to
I just
twist.
said God so loved
We
the world.
just read that Christ said he didn't pray for the world. You just said
Because
the
he's
world.
praying for
Listen,
who?
Nick.
Who's he
Listen,
praying for?
Nick. You
His
said
disciples.
the disciples, and then when I asked you, then when I kept reading and
Two
we
verses
asked you
later.
who did God give Christ, you changed it to everybody who follows Christ. I
Right.
let you have it. Then I said, so who's
Whoever
the world?
believes, I said.
Okay, fine, and I let you have it, even though I don't agree. And then I said, so then who's the world? And then you said people who don't believe. So Christ
Right.
didn't die for the people who don't believe,
Right.
and you say no. That's
Whoever
fine.
would believe.
Anyway.
Let's read.
Right.
So he
This
didn't
is
die for
Hebrews.
people who don't believe.
Whoever would believe is whoever.
Did
is-
Christ
is
die for
not
everybody
living-
or
is not
just the
living
people
for
who
God.
believe? That's a quick question.
Whoever believes can be saved.
So what about the people who don't believe? Did he die for them?
He died for them, but they didn't believe in
So
it.
he died for
they-
them, but he didn't pray for
They
them.
didn't receive the gift.
All right, let's read.
They
All
didn't
right,
receive the gift of salvation.
Hebrews 9 and
because they didn't
15
believe.
in the CEV.
Look, it's on your camera.
Christ died to rescue.
Christ. This is like the only verse that literally says verbatim, Christ died for a specific reason. Can you follow me real quick?
Right.
Christ died.
To rescue.
To rescue who? Who would you say? Let's play a guessing game before we even finish reading. Like, who would
Right.
you say it is?
Right. Who did Christ?
He said Christ died to rescue. Who would he die to rescue? Who would you say it is? Like if I just made that statement, like Christ died to rescue blank, what would you say?
Based on Romans 10, verse 9 and 10, and
Uh-huh.
on through 11 and 13,
Uh-huh.
right? 12 and 13, whoever calls on the name of the Lord shall be saved.
Oh, that's not Romans 9, but
I said Romans 10.
oh 10? Okay, let's keep reading.
Christ died to
Uh-huh.
rescue those who had sinned
Uh-huh.
and broken the old agreement.
Okay, who made an old agreement with God? What people group made a covenant with God?
The Jews had a couple.
The Jews. Okay, so the Bible just said that Christ died to rescue those who sinned and broke the old agreement. So who is that?
It was for them, yeah.
So and this is Hebrews. This is after death, burial.
But
I know.
Is it,
This is after
is
death.
It only them?
This is after
it only
death,
them?
burial,
He-
resurrection of
he-
Jesus
he
Christ.
did die
That he
for
died for the Jews. Okay, let's keep reading.
Christ died to rescue those who had sinned and broken the old agreement.
Uh-huh.
Now he brings his chosen ones
Uh-huh.
a new agreement
Uh-huh.
with its guarantee of God's eternal blessing.
So they broke the old agreement, and he died because they broke the old agreement, and it came to them, chosen ones, with a new agreement. Like if I said, yo, I'm going to take off those shoes, I'm going to buy you new shoes. Am I giving somebody else new shoes, or I'm giving you new shoes? I'm giving you new shoes.
Yeah.
The old
But
covenant.
it doesn't exclude. It's not saying that it's exclusively
Okay,
only
it literally
for,
just said he
only
died.
for the Jews.
It literally said he died for the people who sinned and broke the first agreement. Go ahead.
Yeah.
In verse 19, it literally clarifies. It says, Moses told the people all the law said they must do. Then he used red wool and hyssop plant to sprinkle the people in the book of the law with the blood of the bulls and the goats.
It literally tells you.
Clarifying.
It shows you who it is.
Jesus died to save the Jewish people who had sinned.
Okay, exactly.
Yeah.
That's it.
But he also died for the Gentiles and whoever would believe in him of
How
all
did
nations. Just
Gentiles
as
sin
I
if
read
they
to you.
weren't
Okay.
earlier.
How
And
did
just
it?
as Peter went, listen.
How did the Gentiles?
Why did God lower down on the tarp? Why did he lower down a bunch of things that Peter shouldn't have eaten?
Let's get it. Acts 10.
Because he called it unclean, right?
We're gonna get it.
He's
We're gonna
called
get
it
it.
unclean.
We're
And
gonna
then
get
he
it.
sent Cornelius, his family, and all those people, all the Gentiles, right?
I got something.
He says, listen, bro. I don't have all night.
We love the Bible.
But you're changing around Gentile. Okay?
I'm not changing
You're
around.
you're
I didn't
changing
even say Gentile.
You're changing around the word Gentile to mean not all nations.
No,
And
you're
not the
changing the
whole
word Gentile
No,
to mean
I said a
non-Jew.
foreign nation. Yeah, but
It just means nation.
Based on what he read and based on what I read.
No, it just said no. That's a different word for Gentile. I'm talking about the word ethnos. That's the word Helen. I'm talking about ethnos. There's different words
I'm
for the
talking
word
about the
Gentile.
definition that we read. That's what
Yeah,
I'm talking about.
ethnos. It just means nation.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
So the
what's this?
gospel is opened up.
Yeah, look,
What about this Gentile word?
This is the word in Acts 10 and 28 when you said you don't call them common or unclean.
This is the word. This is Gentile, right? Another word for Gentile. The Greek word phile. Strong.
It's two words. It's allos and phile.
Right.
And the word alaphilos is the word that's used all nations in Acts 10 28. Read it real quick, just so we have some.
And it's Acts
clarity.
10 and 28.
Uh-huh.
And he said unto them, you know that how it is unlawful thing for a man that is a Jew to keep company or come unto one of another nation.
And you say that is a what?
A heathen.
You would say that other nation is what?
Whatever it's talking about.
You brought up Acts 10, so I'm asking you.
Right.
Why are you being like that, bro?
What?
Like you acting like a devil, bro. I asked you a simple question. Yeah, man, sassy. You brought up Acts 10.
Right.
So we're reading Acts 10. I'm asking you about Acts 10. So why are you saying whatever it says? Like, what do you understand it? What is another nation?
What's another nation?
Yeah.
It's another nation.
So it's not a Jew.
That we know that there can be Jews in other nations.
Oh, now we know that.
Oh, now we know
Now
that.
we know.
Okay.
Now we
Okay.
know that. Oh,
Okay, but in Acts 10, because you brought it up as a point to mean all nations, what does it mean?
I just answered your question.
But what? No, you didn't. I said, what does it mean?
What he just read it. It means other nations.
Okay, so they're not Jews.
About?
Okay, let's
They're
read what that.
non-Jews.
Let's see what that word means. Go
All
ahead.
right, Strong's G 5443. Phile. It means a tribe. Or it says a tribe. In the New Testament, all the persons descending from one of the 12 sons of the patriarch Jacob.
So the word in Acts 10, when we read it, the word another nation is allos and phile, alaphilos, and it literally says the Jews weren't supposed to come to what? Another tribe.
Of the 12 sons of the patriarch Jacob.
And this is why I keep saying you keep superimposing your ideology without even understanding the etymology of these words or going back to the Greek and knowing these words. When we clearly see that throughout the whole Bible, God always talks about the Jews and the rest of the children of Israel. I know you heard about the prodigal son. What happened in that verse, in that context? The son went away, doing whatever he was doing, and when he came back, the other son was mad that he had a party. Why? Because he's like, oh, he's not even one of us no more. He's one of them.
Right.
And this is exactly why Christ had to give that analogy, because that's how the Jews were acting. Just because the other Israelites went off and started claiming other nations and started claiming other gods, when they started to come back, they were trying to be distant and move away from them.
Right.
And God told us we cannot do that.
Right, precept. This is Revelation chapter 21, verse 12.
Yeah.
And had a wall great and high, and had 12 gates.
You know what this is talking about?
The 12 gates, the 12 tribes of Israel.
Yeah, but you know what this is talking about in Revelation 12.
New earth.
New earth, right? So the kingdom of heaven.
The city.
Kingdom of heaven.
The city, okay.
And it had 12 gates.
So this city had 12 gates.
And at the gates, 12 angels. And the names written thereon, which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel.
Let me ask you a question. If God died for everybody, because that's what y'all say, that God died for the people of the world.
That's insane.
If he died for everybody, why isn't the kingdom of heaven gates just everybody? Why is it only the Israelites?
Right. Yeah.
I'm asking you.
So from it,
You can put it on you.
Well, I mic'd up already.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So because those who are of faith are the children of Abraham. So true Israel and a true Jew are people who have faith in Jesus Christ.
So what tribe do they go to?
Therefore, whichever one God decides.
Okay, where does it say that they go to a tribe of Israel?
That they
Can you show me
become
that
a
verse?
Jew.
Where does it say that if you have faith? Hold on, real quick.
verses.
Where does no? I actually this is a clear question. Where does it say if you believe in Christ that you become a child of Israel, not a child of Abraham? That's a child. That's a children of faith. I'm talking about a child of Israel to get into one of these gates.
Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, right?
No, show me
so
that.
he who is Israel is a child of Abraham.
Okay, but just because you're a child of Abraham doesn't mean you're a child of Israel.
Right. Yes, it would.
No, how?
Because if you're
the
the lineage of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Yeah.
Okay, if you're living, okay, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Jacob was called Israel.
Which sons did Abraham have?
Wow.
Which sons did Abraham have?
Abraham,
do you know any of his
Isaac,
sons?
and Ishmael.
He had Ishmael.
Let's
Is
read it.
Ishmael an Israelite? Is he a child of Israel?
No. Good question.
So can you answer?
Is Ishmael a child of Abraham?
No, a child of Israel.
A child of Israel? If
Yeah.
they don't have faith in Jesus Christ, no.
So how does Ishmael become a child of Israel?
How does Ishmael become a child of Israel?
Yeah.
Through faith in Jesus Christ.
Can you show me that verse in the Bible right now? Go
Through faith
ahead.
in Jesus Christ.
Show me the verse.
I already
Show me the
showed
verse.
you those who are children of
No.
Abraham are children of faith, right?
Let me ask you a
Right?
question.
I just
Why?
No,
in
you
the
didn't.
In Romans 9, when you read Romans 9, why did it say? Why did it say in Romans 9? When you
Romans 9.
read Romans 9, what did it say? Everyone that is not of the lineage Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob are not the children of God. You read it. Why did you read that verse and you're saying what you're saying now?
because he said outwardly in the flesh.
No, it
Did
says
it
everyone
say
that is not of that
outwardly in the
lineage
flesh,
is not the children of God. That's what it
but
says.
those who have faith.
No, it didn't say that. It
Where was
said-
it now?
I got it right here.
I got this.
No, it's my turn. Galatians chapter 2. But on the contrary, when they saw that the gospel for the uncircumcised has been committed to me as the gospel for the circumcision was to Peter, for he who worked effectively in Peter for the apostleship to the circumcised also worked effectively in me toward the Gentiles. And when James, Cephas, and John, who seemed to be pillars, perceived the grace that had been given to me, they gave me and Barnabas the right hand of fellowship that we should go to the Gentiles and they to the circumcised. They desired only that we should remember the poor, the very thing which I was also eager to do. So that word Gentiles, we've already talked about it, a foreign, non-Jewish one.
It's the word
right?
ethnos.
Yeah, it is.
Why do you
So-
keep saying the word ethnos is non-Jew when the word ethnos is
Because I
used
just
for the
read
word
definition
nation?
of it. I just read the
The word
definition.
ethnos is used for the word nation
So
64 times in the Bible.
Is it never? Yeah, but is it never
There is
used for a non-Jewish person?
there is context where it is. That
Exactly.
context is not, and that verse that you just
That
proved doesn't answer my
100%
question.
is the context.
That verse that you just
He
pulled
said,
out,
He said, Peter.
bro.
is
The
sent
verse
to
that
who?
you just pulled out, and we just showed you that there's Jews in other nations, and they will be called Gentiles. They literally came, and you said Peter, get 1 Peter 2:9 in the ESV, because that's what you're talking about. Look, you just said.
I'm not going to go
Get it
all
real
night.
quick.
I'm
1
not
Peter
gonna go all
2:9.
night. I'm
1
showing
Peter
you
2:9. 1
scriptures.
Peter 2:9.
Listen,
ESV.
the only thing you can
Bro,
do is
you
dance
okay?
around.
It's
you
not
can
how.
dance around.
You're the only one
Gentiles.
dancing around. I asked you like 5 questions and you can't answer, bro.
You're dancing around
Come on,
Gentiles
Nick.
and saying it's not everybody.
ESV.
No answer.
You're saying it's not everybody. Listen, guys,
Right.
I gotta go. I'm not gonna stay
This
here all
is-
night with you. You're dancing around the scripture.
No, you don't know the Bible, bro. Pack it up.
Pack it
up. Pack that shit up. Yeah, read it.
This
Read
is
it.
First Peter chapter 2 verse 9 in the ESV.
He just said in the first, it said that Peter was gonna go to the Gentiles. He said those are non-Jews. The book of 1 Peter, the people that he wrote to and went to, this is what he says about them.
This is 1 Peter 2 verse 9. But you are a chosen race.
A what?
A chosen race.
It's a specific race. These quote-unquote Gentiles, which just means nation, the
Right.
word ethnos, not non-Jew. Go ahead.
A royal priesthood.
Uh-huh.
A holy nation.
One group of people that literally just called another nation. Just like black people in China, they'll be called Chinese. Black people in Germany, they'll be called German. Just because they're born there. Does not mean that we're called African American.
Right.
We're neither.
Even if you're Nigerian.
The friggin' Native Americans, they're literally called native of a land that wasn't even named America.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, exactly. And we just read it earlier that God been told us to circumcise the heart. You're trying to say, oh, when you circumcise your heart, that's when you come on, bro. It's been in the Bible. What?
Wasn't Peter's mission to the Jews?
That's what I'm saying. And with that, we give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High God, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahshua, Shalom.
Ain't no faking through it. This the greatest movement. Don't wait too late to move in. You might not make the coolest. You just might make the nucleus. We're trying to play it foolish. You must make haste to do this, or be late waste like Judas. The Lord ain't nothing to play with, and you niggas play too much. Can't book a flight on them chariots, cause you don't make enough. We ain't seeking love of the world, so keep on hating us. We hate this wicked world anyway.